Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different from like, you know, clothing hauls or like song covers and stuff, although I haven't done a song cover in so long, but keep an eye out on that because I might do something soon. Oh my god, I'm running out of breath. What the heck? I'm so unhealthy. I just got my appendix ripped out of me like 3 days ago, and I've just been like bedridden basically for like the past 3 days, and I just like can't do it anymore. I'm like, I can't do this. But because I was bedridden for so long, I was able to finish 3 episodes of the new Singles Inferno season 3. So if you guys didn't know, I deleted the video though because I wasn't really happy with it, but last year or the year before I did a Singles Inferno season 2 commentary, like kind of like a recap, like mukbang. Today, not doing the mukbang, but I really wanted to talk about, I'm running out of breath, what the heck? The main reason why I wanted to talk about this obviously is also because I want to put some content out there. I want to start doing more commentary like content, and also because like I have so many thoughts. There's so many thoughts in here, like in this like little thing, and I just need to get it out. Like I want to talk about this with someone, and I want to get like everyone's opinion on this, see if anyone actually agrees with me or not, because I feel like a lot of the things I'm gonna say is very controversial. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I really want to know what you guys think. My first thoughts like right now is that I'm really underwhelmed by this season. Like honestly, they like made it a whole thing where it's gonna be like the most different, like better than the like previous seasons and stuff like that. It's gonna be like hotter, it's gonna be like more drama and stuff, and for the first 3 episodes I don't see anything. Like honestly, everyone is so underwhelming. I feel like the cast this season is a bit, I don't know, like we had so many like iconic people like Song Ji-ah and stuff on season 1, I think it was, and we had Dex, which by the way, Dex is now one of the commentators for the show. I think he's so charismatic, he is doing so well. I feel like they really got like a good kind of addition to the cast. I love all the commentators. Obviously, I'm gonna try to keep like a lot of my thoughts on the stuff that they didn't talk about, because I feel like, you know, if I'm just gonna talk about the same shit that they've talked about before, it's like no use. But I'm obviously gonna touch on a lot of the stuff they had pointed out. I feel like this season's cast, I feel like a lot of them aren't as hot as the other people. I know like they're conventionally very pretty, like all of them are so hot and everything, but I feel like with the other cast, I feel like I'm like more like, they're like hotter to me. It's not all about the looks, it's all about mostly about the charisma and about what the like cast brings to the table and stuff in terms of entertainment and in terms of like how they attract the opposite gender and how they kind of like flirt and stuff like that. I think a really big thing with Singles Inferno cast is that they're not just like pretty and hot. Like they're like, when they reveal their occupation and stuff like that, I think that's really interesting too. How like Nadine, like from the last season, how she's like went to Harvard and stuff like that, and like these people are actually like so young. They're like nearly my age, apart from like a few, I think the guys mostly are the older ones, like in their 30s and stuff, but the girls, they're like only a few years older than me, and they're like doing like the most, and I'm just like sitting here like bedridden, unhealthy, underpaid, underappreciated. So with the cast, I wanted to talk about this girl. So I don't know all of their names. Like there's so many of them I cannot with the names. So yeah, I feel like she was trying really hard to be Song Ji-ah, like kind of like copying her mannerisms and trying to be like all mysterious and cold and stuff. But with Song Ji-ah, she pulled it off so well. Like she was so mysterious. She had this like aura, like this feminine aura that I really love. Like she's just like so like softly spoken, and she doesn't seem so like up herself, whereas Kim Gyeori, I feel like she was a little bit standoffish, a little bit, you know, like, you know, I'm the girl, you know, stuff like that, and I really didn't like that, to be honest. And like I feel like she's playing a character. Like in the next like episode, I feel like it really like kind of showed to me, or like that she was portraying herself as someone that she's not, and I feel like who she actually is like so much better, and I'm gonna talk about that later. And I think the commentators all actually touched on it too. So the next girl, Choi Hae-sun, when she came out, she was like so bright, she was so bubbly, she was like so like, she's just all smiles and stuff like that, which I think is so like It's nice. The thing is, I feel like a lot of the contestants also like say that they're bubbly and like everyone says it, like
I'm really bubbly and like I'm really like, you know, all that.
Hopefully she's not like just like saying that or like playing a character. I know that it's TV, I know that it's for entertainment, and I know that it's good to kind of establish a sort of image that you want. She came out and she was like whispering. She's not, I don't know if like Kim Gyeori heard her, but she said she was sitting and then like Kim Hae-sun came and sat down and she was like, oh my god, you're so pretty. She said that to Kim Gyeori and Kim Gyeori like said nothing back. She was just like, and I'm like, that's so mean. Like, honestly, if a girl that pretty like complimented me and was like, you're so pretty, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you do, you know, like I'm really into the girls supporting girls stuff. Obviously I love a little cat fight, like I love the drama, but honestly, like when someone compliments you like that, I feel like it's good to say something back. That's also nice. But I feel like Kim Gyeori, like she just like was so cold and she didn't really reply or anything. But I'm not too sure if like the editing could be like misleading, how she might not have heard her. And like even like the commentators, they were like, oh my god, maybe Kim Gyeori is so like used to hearing that stuff, maybe like she didn't respond because she's so used to it. But like even so, it's just like, you know, someone's complimenting you, you should address it. You should at least say thank you, is what I feel. So we have the guys now. So this time these guys came out, also underwhelming to me. I'm like, okay, there is this guy that's really tan. His name is Lee Jin-suk. He's like really built. Like every guy here is so scary. They're so built. It's like they're training to like kill someone. Like imagine like them like holding you and like hugging you and they just like accidentally choke you to death. Like I don't even know. So scary, absolutely scary. Or like next girl that we have is An Min Young. I really like her. I think that she came with a really positive attitude. She's very bubbly also, and but I like her because she's not too hyper like Choi Hae-sun. And then we have someone that I don't know, I'm really not interested. Like he seems kind of boring. His name is Choi Min-woo. Yeah, just, you know, muscles and stuff, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, and then next we have Lee Kwan-hee. Okay, so I have some thoughts. I've got thoughts about this guy. He's very I guess he can be a bit controversial. Not more than me though. He's very like, he claims that he's gonna like make all the girls like fall for him and like make the first move. He says he's very charming and his charm is Lee Kwan-hee, Lee Kwan-hee, Lee Kwan-hee, which I literally don't get. It's like, okay, weird. And he said he's gonna carry the whole show and that the show is gonna be successful because of him. So that's a lot of promises that, you know, he should keep, because I hope that this will be a bit more entertaining in the next episode, and I hope that he does entertain me. He has potential, I feel, but yeah, really pretty arrogant, pretty like I'm up here, but like whatever. You know, setting up expectations and stuff like that, okay, but make sure you fulfill it. In terms of like types and stuff like that, I feel like he's like more of my type out of all the guys. And I feel like it's because he looks like that actor in Moving, the guy that flies and stuff. I think they look so similar, and I really like the kind of like the brow slit that he's rocking. So I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I see you. But yeah, out of everyone, I feel like he's like my type in terms of like looks and stuff, which I don't know, no one cares about. I mean, this is my channel, okay? Gosh, yeah. And then that's it. Like, that's it. That was it for the first episode. There was only like 6 people. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, maybe like more contestants will come and stuff. So like after they kind of meet each other and stuff and introduce each other, they go to their separate interviews, and I see that there are so many interesting things you can take from this interview. So with the separate interviews, I feel like Kim Gyeori was very popular. Everyone picked her out as like their favorite. For now. And oh my god, Kim Gyeori pissed me off so much when she said this. She's like, I think I'm number 1 as far as like, you know, all the contestants.
And one of them had a really bubbly personality, but like no one really made a good impression.
Or something like that. Something along those lines. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay. And then she's like, oh, like I'm not afraid of like competing with anyone here, because, you know, I'm the prettiest or whatever, but like, yeah, she was all about that, which, okay, I get it. It's so good to be confident. It's so good to like believe in yourself and everything. Self-confidence is like everything, but I don't know, it rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know, I was kind of pissed hearing that, but like whatever. She did get a lot of votes from all the men in the interview. Everyone said that she was like their favorite and everything. But then, you know, she's gonna get humbled really fast. If you know, you know. But we're gonna get into that later. And I think Jin-seok was very popular too, the really tan, muscly guy. And yeah, they're heading towards eating now. And so like the two most confident people, Kim Gyeori and Lee Kwan-hee. Kwan-hee didn't really receive many votes. Like no one really talked about him in the interviews. They didn't really mention his name. They mostly mentioned like Jin-seok, which like all the girls mentioned him. So he's like a little bit like, I'm so good, I'm the best, and it's like no one voted for you. And a lot of the commentators also mentioned that too, but this is only first impressions. I know a lot of things changed after they started eating together. So they're only given carrots, I think, and like canned, like not tuna, canned chicken or something. So they're eating and everything, and they're talking to each other. And this is when like things like, you know, these first impressions like kind of change. Kim Hae-sun and Lee Kwan-hee was sitting next to each other. So they started hitting it off. Lee Kwan-hee, he was sitting next to Kim Hae-sun, and he started being like, oh my god, like I don't like carrots that much because it's so bitter or something. And she's like, oh, I'll pick out the sweet ones for you. They're mostly in the center. And she starts like picking out the sweet ones for him, and I thought it was so cute. That was really nice. And that's kind of the only interesting thing that happened. Like honestly. Everyone was just like eating and like just, I don't know, no one really talked that much to each other. There was no personal time and stuff like that they had with each other. It was just like a group setting. And then suddenly at the announcement like came on, and they were like, it's time to pick your match to go to paradise. So very different from the other seasons where they kind of had more time to adjust. They had more time to talk to each other and get to know each other, but this is mostly based off first impressions now. But the thing is, it's really different from the first impressions that they had in their interviews. Like they started writing down like who they wanted to go to paradise with, and it was kind of shocking because it was pretty different from what they were talking about in the interviews about their top picks and stuff like that. So guess who didn't get any votes? Kim Gyeori. She did not get any votes. She got humbled real fast. For real. I was like, oh my gosh, embarrassing. But yeah, she didn't get any votes. She picked one of the guys, and he didn't reciprocate. He picked, I think, An Min-young or Kim Hae-sun or something. I think Kim Hae-sun and An Min-young did get a lot of votes. They were really bubbly. A lot of guys liked that. They were really approachable. And I feel like lots of guys nowadays really like approachable girls. I feel like they're more intimidated, I feel, with like personas like Kim Gyeori that comes off as very cold and stuff, and I think they're more attracted to the girls that are more outspoken and more like bubbly and nice and cute and more extroverted. So I kind of get why the guys like chose Kim Hae-sun or like An Min-young. So An Min-young got paired up with Jin-seok, and Lee Kwan-hee was paired up with Kim Hae-sun. Yeah, they were whisked to paradise together, and An Min-young with Jin-seok. So honestly, my favorite part about Singles Inferno is in the Inferno. Like, I like it when you get to see their interactions in the Inferno with all of them, with all of like each other. I'm not really that interested in like the paradise stuff. Like, I think they just go like talk to each other, and they just go in the pools, and like nothing really like big happened in the paradise, I feel. I think An Min-young and Jin-seok had a really great time together. I really ship them. I think they're so cute together. I think they go well with each other also. Jin-seok works in a cafe, I think, and in Daegu, and An Min-young is a Pilates teacher, which I thought was really cool. I'm trying to go regularly to Reformer Pilates. I signed up to a gym. Me gymming? No, I can't do that. But I decided for my health, I wanted to get the summer body. But I have an excuse not to go now because I did have surgery for my appendix, and they said it needs like 6 weeks kind of recovery. So I'm not making excuses. I have a medical certificate. yeah, like I'm not allowed to do any like heavy lifting for a bit because most of the like pain comes from my abdominals, and I know with like Pilates and stuff there's a lot of abdominal core work, so I'm not going for a while. But she is a Pilates instructor, and I think she has her own she has her own like Pilates studio, which I find is so cool. With Kim Hae-sun and Lee Kwan-hee, they kind of hit it off. I feel like the chemistry wasn't there that much. I feel like Kim Hae-sun, she's like really sweet and everything, but I feel like she kind of plays it up a little bit too much with the bubbly stuff. Like everything she sees, everything like cool she sees, she's like, oh my gosh. She's like, like, oh my god, what am I making these sounds that I'm making? It's like in the animes where they make those sounds and stuff. I feel like with everything she's excited by. Like she can see like a fucking cool looking chair and she's like, oh my gosh, like chair, you know, like, oh my god, blueberries. I'm like, okay girl, tone it down a bit, we get it. But I understand it's for television, but it comes off a little bit disgenuine. I don't know, that's what I feel. Maybe her reactions were real, but Lee Kwan-hee did the commentators did mention that, where Lee Kwan-hee maybe wasn't vibing with that much, where he feels like the energy is a bit too high and he didn't really match it, which is a thing in the next episodes. And then the next day, suddenly the announcement was like, oh, Kim Hae-sun, she has to go downstairs and someone's waiting for her and she'll never be able to go to paradise with Lee Kwan-hee ever again. And I'm like, okay, that's very definitely different from the other seasons. I can see where they say that it's going to be different and a little bit more dramatic. So there it is. So she goes in a car and she meets this other guy, Min-kyo. Yeah, she sees Park Min-kyo. So he's in this car and then they're like, oh my god, who are you? Like, what the fuck? And he's like, I've been in Inferno like for the past like 2 days, like from yesterday. And she's like, what do you mean I'm in Inferno? Why have I not met you yet? And apparently we find out there's two infernos. So like there's kind of like two worlds like colliding kind of thing. So I was like wondering, why are there only 6 contestants? And the thing is, there are actually like 2 islands where like each groups are like separated into 2 groups, into different islands and different infernos. So I guess Kim Hae-sun is like moving to his inferno, or he's moving to hers. I can't really remember. I think he's moving to her inferno. So then we got to meet the new cast, and like a whole new cast from a different inferno. I'm just gonna mention to you guys like the most memorable people. And then we got introduced to this girl. Look, there's this girl and I don't know how I feel about her. I kind of like am up and down with her. I think she's so pretty. Like she's one of my favorite like contestants in terms of like looks. Like she's very pretty. She reminds me of one of the members from Le Sserafim. And she says like, oh my god, I don't think there's like another contestant that has a prettier smile than me. And I'm like, she does have a very pretty smile, I'm gonna admit. Yoon Ha-jung actually went on a date in Paradise with Park Min-kyo, and they hit it off too. So like they're kind of like into each other, right? So Kim Ha-jung actually came down to meet up with Lee Kwan-hee. There's an announcement where he has to come down now and he's gonna pick someone up, and he picks up Ha-jung, and they hit it off also in the car. So they're kind of having like a little banter going on with each other, like a little bit of like saucy banter. He actually expressed with Kim Hae-sun in the first Inferno, in his first like Paradise date, that he's a very playful guy, and if he like has a girlfriend, he would play pranks on her a lot and stuff, which I feel like he's kind of doing with Ha-jung. Like they're being very playful, they're having this kind of banter going on, like and a lot of people do point it out when he went into the second Inferno. So he goes into the second Inferno and everyone's kind of like interested in him, like the girls. There were only 2 girls and 3 other guys. And honestly, the 3 other guys was so underwhelming. I don't even like want to talk about them because there's like nothing interesting to say. I have nothing to say about them. Like maybe they'll make more of an impression in the next episodes, but oh my god, I have to talk about my favorite contestant in terms of like looks only though. Her name is Yoo Si-eun. Oh my god, she looks so much like Miss Jenny Kim. She's so pretty. She seems really sweet too. But the thing is, she knows Ha-jung in real life. Like apparently, she's friends with her sister or something, or it's the other way. But there's some kind of like tension between them, like kind of like a competitiveness, which I would love to see more of. Like if there's a cat fight and everything like that, oh my god, I'd love to see it. Because Ha-jung made it a point where she's like, yeah, we know each other, but like I feel like I have more of a charm than her or something, or she's lacking something and like I'm more like classy, something like that. So she's like, I'm not really worried about her, something along those lines. So I want to see more of that drama in the next episodes. I want to see them fighting for the same guy. And the thing is, I think it's building up towards that, because the thing is, Lee Kwan-hee and Ha-jung is hitting it off. They're making jokes, they're bantering with each other, everyone can see it. And then the announcement came and they're like, you're gonna have to pick like who you're bringing in Paradise. So we're seeing this kind of a little bit of a competitiveness finally now between Shiin and Ha-jung. So Lee Kwan-hee, he's keeping his roster, like he's not putting like all his eggs in one basket. He's going around, he's talking to Shiin also, and they kind of have like a bit of chemistry. I kind of like ship them. I really like them together too. And he's like talking to her. They're not bonding per se, but like they're having conversation. So yeah, this is like in the second Inferno, right? Back in the first Inferno, so Kim Gyeori originally picked Choi Min-woo to go to Paradise together, but he picked one of the other girls. So they're left in the Inferno together because no one picked them, and I mean no one like reciprocated their choices. So they're stuck in the Inferno together, and it's like I feel like it's so awkward because like Kim Gyeori chose him. So awkward. He didn't choose her back. They have an okay time in the Inferno though, and Kim Gyeori, you can see how she got humbled so hard. Oh my god. They kind of like talk to each other and stuff, and she kind of showed more of a nice side of her. She's more playful, she's more nicer, she's not mean. And I feel like one of the commentators said like you gotta hit rock bottom to be able to go up, and I think that's so true. I think she got humbled so bad, and now she's kind of like being more nice, because I feel like the mysterious thing, like this like cold kind of demeanor, isn't doing anything for her, and she finally realized that. So she's kind of playing like a different like game now. And I don't know if that's her real personality. I don't know if her being like a little bit of a bitch is her real personality. Not too sure, but I think she knows her cards now. She's trying to play it right. So yeah, everyone's just kind of talking to everyone and stuff. The other two guys in the second Inferno, I'm not like worried about. Like I don't care about them. But the thing is, Miss Jenny Kim, Yoo Shi-in, picked one of the guys that really showed interest in her. She picked Son Won-ik. And they go off to Paradise together, and as we all kind of guessed, Lee Kwan-hee and Ha-jung go off to Paradise together. So they chose each other, which is not very surprising. They were like being really flirty and stuff. It's like, get a room, you guys. But like, yeah, they finally did. They got a room together. They got a hotel room together. But I can see there's some kind of like power struggle going on. Like both of them want to kind of have the upper hand against each other, I feel, which is really interesting. They kind of both like is trying to play each other. I feel I like the drama, I like it a lot, but you can see that they're really trying to one up each other. Like they're trying to express that they're not that interested in each other. It's like, I'm not really interested in you, have other guys too, you know. And he's like, you know, like I'm like interested in other girls. I feel like they both really met like their match. The commentators, they did say something where I feel is so funny. Ha-jung, she has a habit where she pulls her chin back, and I swear she's the only girl that can pull her chin back and make it look endearing and not like she has like 4 chins. Like she does that when she gets a little bit flirty. She does that, and like Dex pointed it out. It's like, oh, that chin is dangerous. But yeah, she does that. I think it's so funny how they pointed that out. So I'm so excited for the next episode, next few episodes where they're gonna merge the two groups. So they can merge both the Infernos, and I really want to see how everyone kind of interacts with each other and stuff. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be interested in each other's, like in the opposite Infernos. They get to finally meet the rest, like all of their contestants now. They're gonna finally play games to be able to go to Paradise together. And I think there's a new girl that's coming too. I'm so excited to see her and how she kind of stir things up, because I feel like all the time like the new contestants are always stirring things up. You can see like when Dex came and stuff like that, he really stirred things up. He was so charismatic. He's still one of my favorite contestants. And also I was like, there's another thing that I wanted to point it out, and I wonder if anyone like saw it. Like I feel like I'm the only one that pays attention to these things, but I saw that Kim Gyori wore the same thing, like wore the same outfit or like the same top that Song Ji-ah did in one of the episodes. She wore like the Dior tube top, and there was like a controversial, there was like kind of like a drama where we saw Song Ji-ah was wearing fake stuff in the show, like fake brands and stuff, like fake Chanel, Dior and stuff, and like literally don't care. Like I saw Song Ji-ah wear that and I bought one myself. Guys, hold on. I bought one myself. So I got these from AliExpress. So I got a pink one, I got a blue one. I haven't worn the pink one yet actually, but like when I saw her wear it, I was like, oh my god, I must have it. It's so cute. But yeah, but I think the one that Kim Gyori wore was real though. But yeah, that's the more of the reason why I feel like she's trying to be Song Ji-ah. She's trying to be the next Song Ji-ah of Singles Inferno season 3. I feel like this season, the beginning of the season is pretty underwhelming to me because I had such high expectations. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope that you will tune into my next video on the next episodes. If you guys are watching it with me, I want you guys to comment down below like what you think about the season so far. And if you guys like have the same thoughts as me, I hope like the photos that I put up and stuff are helpful. I know like the names can be really confusing and stuff, so I hope that my commentary and kind of the photos that I put up and stuff like that and any annotations and stuff will be helpful to you guys. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe. It would really help me. And please follow me on Instagram, and I made a new TikTok also. Bye guys!